Okay, what's up, my beautiful people? Happy New Year, or whenever you're watching this, it is time that you and I sit down and have a little bit of a chat. Yeah, because I've been feeling like, there's some change that you need. Yes, indeed. And this change we're going to set together with a big, fat, hairy, scary goal. But you're not alone. Like I said, we're going to do this together. So whether you're watching this for the new year, or you are watching this anytime in the future outside of the new year, if you've come to this video, we are going to pick a bottle, baby, because we need to see what is that big goal that you are here to achieve by arriving here with me, Priestess Ishtah. Now, no reading would be complete without my spiritual assignments that are a courtesy to you at no charge. All you have to do is head on over to my website, www.lovenaturalee.com, where you can find, I usually keep the same thumbnail, find your assignment, and the assignments do support the pile or piles that you picked for this reading. What are the assignments? Well, any ways to help you achieve your goals. So to find out what that is, you got to visit my website. Also, while you're there, don't hesitate to book a free 10-minute consultation call. I really mean it. It's free. You can set up your time with a calendar. On my calendar, we can speak for about 10-15 minutes about anything that is really giving you some hardship. We'll pull some oracle cards, and I'll give you like a little bit of a suggestion on what you could do in your situation. There's no purchase required. There's no enrollment required. There's no membership required. There's no subscription required. I'm actually one of those crazy people out here that really, really genuinely want to help motherfuckers. I don't know. Call me crazy. Anyhow, don't also forget to set yourself up with some of my free services. Yes, indeed, I do have those, but I have paid services that you can also invest some more time and quality with me. So head over to my website /book me, and you'll see a list of my services, those that are under 50 and those of you who are ready to invest further are over 50. Okay, bottle number 1. If this is your pile, please tune in to see, does this pile resonate with you? Bottle number 1. Bottle number 2, is this going to be your pile? Are you picking, technically not bottle, but glass? Okay, number 2. And number 3. If you are rocking with bottles, number 3, see if this resonates. Okay, it's time that we hop into your reading. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Okay, so pile number 1, welcome to your reading. Essentially what I was thinking with the intention of creating this reading was helping y'all to determine what type of goals. Some people call these resolutions, right? But what type of goals are you here to set for the new year? You know what I mean? Because this is the year 2023. It's the year of lessons. And if you're watching this message, you can consider this a timeless reading as well, because we are going to be looking at any goal that is a long-term thing that you need to be setting. So let's go ahead and shuffle the deck. I didn't shuffle any of them actually, because I figured I'd include you in on that this time. Sometimes I like to leave y'all out of it because I'm like, nobody want to see that, but it don't hurt to see it, right? So the first thing we're going to look at is, what is the energy that is around you? All right, Spirit. So for pile number 1, those of my lovely people who selected pile number 1, show me the energy that's around them right now that will ultimately affect what their goal, their long-term goal should be. So what is around them right now? Y'all, this is going to help you to identify if this is the pile selection for you. I'm going to take that one. Spirit, show me the energy, please, for the collective who selected pile number 1. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be taking reversals, but I always take everything into consideration. But we'll see as Spirit speaks to me. We'll start with those 3. You know what? Let's start there, and then I'll get some energy deck. Okay, so first card that came out. Ooh, Judgment. Okay. Some of y'all are dealing with some type of court trial, court case. If it's not you directly, it's someone that you care about that's affiliated in this court trial or court case. I had to take off my headphones. That makes me feel that I forgot I had them on, but it makes me feel that there's a message that's coming, or there's information that you're waiting for to come in that has not come in yet. Or maybe there's information that's around you that you're kind of turning a blind eye to at the moment. This is something that's a very grave issue. It's not something that's lighthearted. And I'll get more clarity as the cards expand, but I'm feeling if it's not something related to a court or a court case, it's something that you feel so justified in your heart that you're willing to do whatever it takes. Maybe you want to take someone to court, or you're thinking about suing a company, or you're thinking about suing something in small claims court. There's something where you are feeling a real call for justice on a situation. It could even be related for some of you, I'm feeling, to your childhood. Maybe you've had an abuser from your childhood, someone who you never spoke on for a long time. It could be whatever form of abuse, sexual, mental, emotional, physical, and you're feeling a call to bring this to light this year. Again, 2023 is the year of lessons. Lessons brings blessings, so it's not without a give and take. That's what I'm getting so far from that card. Let's take a look at what else we got. We got the Hermit card. So yes, so right now you're kind of in a period. You've really been isolating yourself, and some of you have been acting, like it's cool in person, like in public, like, yeah, I'm cool, I'm fine, like, yeah, I'm good, yeah, we're still good, we're still clear to do that, we're still good to do that, but in the shadows of it all, you feel very isolated. And I hear a train in the background. I don't even live near trains, so I don't even know why I heard a train just now. But anyway, I guess I do live near a train if I heard a train. I feel like that's you. You're like in a period where you're isolated, like you're not isolated where people are noticing it, but it's like you're cutting people off emotionally. You've cut people off emotionally. You're hard to read because you've guarded a lot of things. But you still have like a little flame of fire here, like of hope, of like passion, of desire for things to change. But it's kind of sad. Like it's kind of like a sad state that you're at. And I feel that it might be connected to the recent occurrence that's bringing you down. It's starting to weigh you down. But this is also a time where you can look into learning and expanding more. So pile one, y'all coming with some real heavy energy. Let me just keep going. Okay, so 5 of coins. You're doing some reflection, but let me see on what. This is related to money. So this could be debt. Maybe some of you, your debt has gotten to a point where you're being taken to court. It could be people. Some of you are mortgage reconsolidation or debt consolidation, so this could be you looking over your finances and taking a step back. And maybe that's why in public and in appearance, it takes me a little bit of time sometimes to get the message, but it do come through. Maybe that's why in the forefront you're like, oh no, I'm good, I'm cool, girl. Yeah, I'm on for the dinner at the 5-star restaurant. Yes, I will be there, dripped in the color orange. And it's like, but you like, damn, but shit, I gotta make sure I can make the rent. I gotta make sure I can make my car payment or my car lease. So it's a little bit about prioritizing your finances, and that shit catching up with you, bruh. It's caught up with you. You've tangled yourself in your own little web of yarn, little kitty. And I just mean that where the judgment makes a little bit more sense to me now. Because the judgment it's like your angelic force hearkening your attention to look at to look at something that's going to potentially put you in turmoil long term if you don't start to look at your finances. So yes, this is a so far financial energy. We're going to look at more oracle cards, so stay tuned. If it's like this might be me, it may not. Let's see. Bottom of the deck. Look y'all, what's the bottom of the deck? what type of wizardry? Nah, I don't know what happened here, so let's see. Okay, so there were 2 cards flipped over, right? Excuse me. And the High Priestess is the one that's officially on the bottom of the deck. So there's definitely with the Judgment card and the High Priestess, this is definitely your intuition confirming, like, bro, I've been telling you this, or sis, I've been telling you this for a minute. I've been telling you to look at your paperwork. I've been telling you to have a lawyer look over that contract again before you sign that deal. I've been telling you, like, to move slow, to study a little bit, or to just, the Hermit is also about, like, mastering your craft and going slower. So it's also like looking through the fine print if you're signing something new around this time that you're watching this video, or if you're about to, maybe you're an artist of some sort or a creator, or you're doing a new job contract. It's some type of legal binding contract that you don't want to fuck up on. So take your time reviewing this information. I'm not even looking at the advice yet, but as the message is building, that's what I'm feeling. And we got 2 more cards here. That was, remember when we had the little magic trick on the deck? So the first card was the Devil. Bro, I didn't look at these cards. It's so wild because with the Devil card being here, it's like the devil is in the, somebody say it for me? That's right. The details. The devil is in the details. So there could be an A trying to, like, hold on. By the way, Sun's Eye Throat Chakra Oil. I am not affiliated. They don't even know who I am. Maybe one day they will, but they don't today. They don't right now at the time of this recording. And I'm going to unblock my throat chakra, because maybe this, for some of you, if you are a music artist, or like you're a person, I'm getting an image of somebody who's going to be in a video. Hold on, I'm going to sip some tea real quick. Hold on. Y'all go ahead, pause and come back to me and get some tea too. We can sip tea together. Why not? Okay, I'm focused. Excuse me. I feel like this is a contract. Like if you're a girl who's in a, or a boy, if you're like a interest in a commercial or a music video, look over that contract and also be careful, because those industries are very, very dark and they do sacrifices all the time. And if someone is like, sacrifices, what is she talking about? Then you don't want to know. And if you know what I'm talking about, be careful in the entertainment industry. Maybe that's why you got your angels hearkening for your attention. Lastly, you have here the Emperor card. So this is definitely either you are, no, because it was in reverse. Excuse me. So there's, this relationship. Get my words together. This relationship, which is a business one, a financial advantageous one, something that is not, you could be sexual with them, you could be romantic, it could be your man, it could be your woman, it could be your fam, like it could be whoever, but there's a business undertone right now going on in your life that's stressing you out, or you're gonna have to make a really big decision very, very soon. So this is the energy going around you right now. Let's expand on this in case this wasn't enough. Check my camera, because you know the camera be sometimes cutting off, because I record on my phone. Like it works perfect, and the only thing is the memory is a bitch, because it will run out. So let's see let's get some more explanation on the energy around this. Spirit, can you let me know the energy around pile 1 on top of what we've already talked about? So we have this one. What else do you want me to share? And let's get another one if you don't. Thank you, Spirit. So with fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, I'm seeing green and I'm seeing money. Usually green could be the heart chakra, of course, and it could also be you're a romantic person, and maybe this is somebody who is a family member, an uncle. Definitely, it could be somebody that you're related to, who was a part of this contract, or maybe they were the person that you could even be dealing with a will and testament. Some of you who have just lost somebody and you're fighting right now over who gets what. I get this part of the estate, you get that, and it's heartbreaking because this is connected to something that you love, whether it's an art or a business that you love doing. Like, I love helping people. I love serving people, you know, the best tacos at my restaurant. I was just watching this special on Netflix on tacos. I forgot the name of the show because they got a few of them. And I just want to go on like a taco tour, like, of the world. So if y'all know any good taco spots anywhere in the US, can you type in the name of the place? I'll probably end up going one day, real talk. I'm all about taking trips to just for food. Why not? But maybe you're like that too. Anyhow, this is definitely a male who is maybe around the age of 38. They might be in their 40s, but this connection, or this is tied to a male. A male is involved in this decision. Again, it could be someone, maybe your father, grandfather, uncle, who have just passed. And if so, my condolences to you. My condolences to you. But just know you've gained another angel in the spiritual army on your side, okay? And if you are feeling, having difficulties with letting this person go, light a candle, light a white candle for yourself. And if you're afraid of fire, or you got a lot of pets and children in the house, just light one of these battery operated bad boys. Same intent can go in to give loving and healing. Moving forward, we have here man holding a coin. And again, it was in reverse. I'm telling you, this is somebody who's between the ages of 38 to 40. Either you are, what's up, brother? If you're listening in, or sister, if you identify as such, and you still a brother, whatever, all are welcome here. This is telling me, again, that either you are this individual, or you have influence from a male, maybe a manager or business partner, or the business contact is this person, and they're kind of holding money from you. And it could even be like the man, you know what I mean? Like Uncle Sam, the man. It could be related to your taxes. You're nervous about your tax season. You're like, oh shit, they're about to audit my ass. And, you know, I block that energy from you so that doesn't happen. But it's around a large lump, some decision. And for those of you who are like, I don't have assets at that level, either A, this isn't the pile for you, or this is on the level that you are at. If you're looking to go from one position where you've always been a member of a team and you now want to become a leader, you may have to give a proposal to a manager who is a male force, or a female who moves in her masculine energy when she's working in her manager role. This would be you contending with that. That's going to eventually build your money. You know what I'm saying? It's going to fuck with your money, whether give you more or keep you in a position that you are at. Closing out, we got the contract card. Yeah. This is court for sure. It's about you having either this is a court case that y'all are managing. Some of you are even considering going to school for law or studying the law. You might have had like an encounter and you want to now know what your rights are because you feel that you've been robbed by your rights. Some of you have even been targeted or attacked by public figures, especially public figures that are supposed to be our defenders. So it could be police officers, or you maybe you feel that you've either been targeted or you have rightfully and justifiably been targeted by this individual, and you've been put in an isolated position. You've been isolated from like society. One of the worst enemies you can make is the fucking police force. Because they can look up everything. So we're going to move on from that topic. We could talk about it in private if you're somebody who is dealing with that. There's definitely some protection spells that you can do and whatnot. But also just check yourself before you wreck yourself. And when I say that, maybe something didn't really happen the way that you feel that it did, have all of your information. Perhaps that's why you got to go slow with the Hermit, to get all of the details, collect all of the information before you make an assumption about this has happened, this is how I was treated, this was the injustice, because it may very well be there. But these days you have to have all your facts, so don't wrongfully incriminate someone, okay, just because they carry a stereotype. And I'm not a cop, I don't know cops, I don't live with a cop. I'm just saying you gotta make your own rational decisions. And if you do feel injustice, then by all means handle that shit. So let's take a look at some of the advice. Now that we kind of see the energy that's going on with you, I want to see what type of goals you should be setting. What type of goals you should be setting for the new year. Thinking about what decks we can use, but let's just go with this energy deck. Then I have like 2 other decks we'll look at. So Spirit, what type of goals should pile number 1 be setting for the year 2023, the year of lessons? Maybe this is a legal lesson. Yeah, this is definitely a legal lesson that you're learning. So title this bad boy Legality. You're learning a lesson in law, legal lessons, money lessons, big money lessons, how to manage your money. Spirit, show me what is not the advice, but let's see. What is the goal? What is the SMART goal that you want for them to set? So just so y'all know, I give homework, spiritual assignments with every single reading, or at least I try to, which is absolutely free. You just got to go to my website, and on my website, you usually will see the reading. I try to match the heading for the pictures so you can go right to it, and it's usually like a set of questions, or maybe I provide like a free little worksheet, or I'll link a video, but it's something that will help you to expand on the message that we had together. And again, it's free. You don't have to subscribe or enroll, but I mean, why not? It helps me to connect with your energy when you do affiliate yourself with me in that way. But no pressure, do what feels right. So I don't feel like there's any other messages that are in here. I want to get some more advice on the goals that you should be setting. So Spirit, can you please show me what type of goals does pile number 1 need to set? Checking our time. Yeah, we got about 10 more minutes. Give you guys a good 30-minute reading. Why not? After all, it is the new year. Or this is a long-term goal that you're setting. So what type of goals should pile number 1 be setting? What type of goals? What type of goals should they be setting? What type of goals? Thank you. Ooh, that came out. Anything else, Spirit? Let's take this one. And these are too many. And then we'll get some advice at the very end. So the type of goals you should be setting, we got 4 cards here. First one is endless possibilities. Again, the number 38. Endless possibilities. Let me look at the whole picture, is what they're advising I do. You have here Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. Yep, that's that Hermit. You have here High Priest, intend and create. Didn't we see the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck? So you got High Priest and High Priestess. Yeah, you moving this year. Yeah, you're getting nasty this year. I like it. Yes, I like this energy. This is good for you. Surround yourself with positive protection, positive energy. Let me get the message. Hold on, y'all, then I'll tell you the goal. It's making my nose tickle too. Your goal is to create your escape plan. So you know how they have escape rooms, or they used to have them, like kind of pre-COVID, post-COVID, whatever, but they have these escape rooms where you're able to, you have to, like, I'm listening to the message also if I'm speaking in gaps. But you have to do certain things in order to get out the room. It's kind of like a maze that you can do with your friends for adults, and they might have had family themed ones. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, look it up. It's called like the escape room, and they have a lot of them in New York. So you have to create a plan of escape. That sounds so weird. But you have either a lot of fortune that you're coming into, because the beneficial side of this thing is that you're dealing with a lot of money, so you have the potential to make a lot of money. However, this is working. And if you're like, no, this is like a lose-lose situation for me, that's where intend and create comes in, and endless possibilities. So if you're feeling very bleak about this situation and like there's nothing I can do to fix this, I'm SOL, you have to reverse that. You have to tap into your high priest and high priestess, and you have to reverse that. So that could mean doing like full-fledged magic. Maybe you want to start burning candles, burning incense, doing some type of hoodoo. I'm hearing hoodoo. And just like, simple things like lighting candles, like Wiccan style. If that's not your lane, what they're saying, hold on. Okay, so if doing it magically is not your lane, and again, if you're going to approach how to tackle this magically, you can work with candles that are purple. You can work with High John, the Conqueror root in particular, High John oil, High John root, High John. Some of you are like, who's High John? High John, like high in the sky, and then John, High John the Conqueror, High John the Conqueror root. So work with that root in order to, you can keep that root even on you in your bag, in your car, and that root gives you luck and success. So I will put more information in the spiritual assignment for those of you who would like to learn more. Those of you who are not on a witchy path, you just like the knowledge of readings, but you're like, that's a little too much. I'm timid. I don't want you to go into something like that with timid energy. You got to go in with assurity. So let's keep it earthly for you. You have to do it Bart Simpson style. You got to, and that's what I'm seeing. You got to go to the board, not a real whiteboard, but you need to go to a journal, go to the dollar store, get a set of paper, staple that bitch together, put a paper clip together, whatever. Keep something that seems like a dedicated little book for you, and you got to start writing out your desired outcome on this. And it doesn't need to be a meticulous plan. It could be, because that's the other part of what you'll need to do. You need to go through this with a fine tooth and comb. If you're in debt, you need to work with someone or hire a professional as needed. But don't just hire somebody because they're cheap or because they look into them. Make sure they have good reviews, good ratings. And it may mean even investing more money than you typically would, but it's for the greater good, the best effect. Because at the top of this, we have the Emperor. You know what I mean? So you will come out victorious, but it's going to require a lot of your attention to meticulous upkeep. And that's why we had the Hermit card before, and Hermit is all about that Virgo analytical, meticulous energy. So you may very well be Virgo. I definitely feel a lot of earth energy on this, or you will be tapping into the earth energy within your chart. And I recommend that you look at your earth placements in your astrology chart. If you don't know how to do that, I'll leave a link for you to look up your astrology chart. But look at the earth placements in your astrology chart and tap into those aspects of yourself to bring forth the power to overcome this. So back to the earthly people who need to do this, to do what your goal is. You can write out. So every day you'll like write a line like, I will pay off such and such of my debt, or I will pay off such and such of my debt. I will pay off such and such of my debt. Or it feels good to have such and such of my debt paid off. It feels good to have such and such of my debt paid off. The key and the goal is to write it in the present tense. So I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to spend a lot of time explaining the assignment when you can go to my website and you can get the assignment from there. But I do want to give you some advice in case you don't want to do my assignments. Here's advice for you to take with you as we wrap up in our last few minutes together. So let's take a look and see. This is a deck that I just kind of created the other day, because I've been seeing a lot of readers do it. I'm like, you know what? Let me try it. And I did it for a reading. And I'm like, whoa, this is like really good and really accurate. So Spirit, what other messages? So So if I'm a little wonky shuffling this, work with me. So what other messages do y'all have for advice for those of my friends in Pile 1 dealing with all these legal money issues and money decisions? What advice do you have? I feel like it's this bottom one. And what advice do you have? What other advice do you have? Okay, that was a lot. Let's take what flipped over. Let's take this one. I feel like this one. Okay, I think I picked up those two. I'm feeling called for that one. All right, so a few things. We have here the number 7. Number 7 representing knowledge. So there's a lot of learning. Oh yeah, 2023, the year of lessons. So this again is your lesson, learning how to manage your assets, your finances, and really not making this mistake again is what I'm hearing Spirit say. So this is like something you only have to go through once in life. Some people got to go through shit like 3 times for it to stick. Guilty. You're going to have to teach me a few times because I could be hard-headed. But when I want to submit, but it's only when I'm moving in my lower nature. My higher nature learns quick as hell. So y'all are going to be fast learners when it comes to this. That's why you also have here divine wisdom. You have Sophia's light. Is this stuck together? Let's see. No, it's just because that's index card. And you have here Sophia's light. So with divine wisdom, Sophia's light, and the number 7, you are on a spiritual level, bringing this earthly knowledge into your higher self. It's like your higher self. That's why you had that hearkening before with the judgment card, right? Then I say your angels were hearkening because it's like almost you've been not crying in a literal sense, and some of you may have, but you might have been hooping and hollering and hooping about, oh, like this, oh my gosh, like I don't know what I'm gonna do. What the fuck am I gonna do? And divine wisdom is coming in and it's putting everything in order and everything in place. All it requires is your focus, your cooperation with higher self is key in this, okay? And remaining diligent in planning your escape. So remember, go to my website. The link is going to be listed in the description for Pile 1's spiritual assignment to help you with this goal setting. So you also have Firebender. I did say before that you may want to consider doing candle magic for some of you with the spiritual assignment. So that, or you can also burn your debt away. So you can take your debt, you can write out like, oh, I owe this amount to this person, I owe this amount to that person, and you can burn the debt. You can also burn it through the use of ancestor money. So calculate everything that you owe and then do a night like a bonfire outdoors, or if you burn indoors, be careful. Ancestor money can be very smoky, so watch. If you're in a shared place, a shared building, you will set off the alarms. Or if you're home, be careful with pets or anybody, even yourself, for breathing issues. But you can use fire. That's why I say do it outside. Go outside and do it. And you can burn away your debt. Not the bills. Don't burn your money. I'm talking about in a symbolic way. Everything is through symbology, okay? Divine light. Wow, you have Sophia's light, divine wisdom, and divine light with the number 7. So you are surround yourself with protective energy. Another thing I recommend that you do is envision a circle of white light that is around you. I'm not saying gold light. I'm not saying green light. Notice I'm not saying no other light but white light. That white light is going to keep allowing Sophia, and some of you are wondering who Sophia is. Sophia is the ancient mother in Gnostic text that represents knowledge and wisdom and divine love, divine grace. So she is that divine wisdom is what is going to be able to protect you in regards to this matter. Okay, just in regards to this matter. Absolutely. What I feel with this absolutely is that absolutely everything will be fine. Absolutely everything is going to be fine. So it's really a mental game also. You're playing mental chess so that you do not force yourself into a state of disparity about the situation, because your angels are here. Your angels are here. They're here to protect you. Why are you worried? No, for real, tell me. No, I'm gonna wait. And why else are you worried? Oh yeah, Well, guess what? You don't got to worry about none of that no more, because your angels are here. Archangel Raphael is here. I get it, Archangel Raphael. Thank you. You know, it takes me a little bit sometimes. But he's healing the situation. The situation is being something, it's like it's in therapy. It's going through its therapy sessions right now, and it's being healed. So all you have to do is give it the mental backing, because if you spiral out of control, I was watching basketball last night, and I'm not a sports watcher, but I watch it like if it's on the TV and I'm in the room sharing a space. I was watching basketball, and I forget the basketball player's name, but he has the unibrow. They call him the brow. I do know that much. And he's always missing, I guess, his free throws from what was told to me. And somebody mad at that. Look, sorry, he's still making that money, but he always misses his free throws. And I saw in his face, and mind you, I don't watch basketball. So sometimes when you don't watch a sport, or you don't watch an event all the time, a particular hobby all the time, you have like this naked, virgin, raw eyes to something. And he kept missing his shots. But I'm like, it's not even about that, because he had missed it in like the last game, and then he started missing his shots in this game, and somebody saying he always misses his free throw shots in every game. But the point is, and we're going to close out, and I do want to give you a goddess card. The point that I'm trying to make is he got in his head. It's not that he can't make the shots. Bro, you get paid millions of dollars to do just that. So I know you're making your shots in practice, but it's just that you have the cameras, and you have the commentators, and you have the viewers online and viewers on TV, and you have the audience and the people in the stands, and you have LeBron who's like, yo, bro, you been making shots, bro. Like, you have all of that pressure, and you get in your head. So all of that is, you all have the potential to have all of that build up and all of that pressure get in your head, and it's up to you. That's why 7 and Emperor is at the top, because what does the Emperor do? If you know nothing about tarot, your first assignment is to, once this video stops, look up what the Emperor represents in the tarot. The tarot is just the journey of life of man. It is the Moorish, I don't want to get into history lessons, but this is how the Moors explain to us how man progresses in life. Okay, it goes way further back, and when you get to your emperor status, you are in control. I'm gonna hold this here so you can just think about the adjectives and nouns that come to mind naturally to describe what you see here. Yeah, I'm doing that so that way you know at the end of this, that's who you become. Which goddess is going to help my pile one get there? She flew on the floor, and y'all ain't gonna believe who it is, bruh. Hold on. Kalima. Kali. No, let me stop. But Kali, the goddess Kali, Hindu goddess Kali, and she has so many different versions of herself. And in this version, she's giving. You see how her hand is reaching out? She is giving you loving support. Kali is a version of Sophia, but Gnostic is Sophia. Kali is Hindu, and she's reaching her hand out to give you a gift, of protection. I'm feeling, and I'm sensing, and I'm hearing. She's giving you the lotus, because what does the lotus do? The lotus grows through the mud, and right now that's probably how you feel. So just in the thick of things. I'm just in the thick of this. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get out. Well, the only way out of the thickness of the woods is through it. Okay, number 2, I've just reset the energy from the first pile, from my number 1s, and I'm going to do some quick shuffling, just 3. I'm going to ask my spirit team to please protect this circle against any trickster energies, so that messages only rooted in divine truth are allowed through. asking my angels, ancestors, and guides to stand at their points at my side. Okay. So let's start off and identify if this is for you. We're going to see what is the energy that's around you right now, transitioning into 2023. Again, 2023 being the year of lessons. 2 + 2 + 3 = 7. 7 in numerology equals learning, spiritual enlightenment as well, and also lessons. And lessons can become blessings. So let's see what is around you. After we see the energy that's around you, I'm going to give you your spiritual goal, or whatever the goal is that spirit communicates. I'm not going to dictate that. I'm going to allow spirit to lead. And then also I'm going to tell you how to do that, give you some advice. Don't forget to go to my website though for your spiritual assignments, which I'll talk more about later. And this is all free, by the way, the spiritual assignment. Okay, so spirit, give me the energy of pile number 2. What do you want me to know right now? What is around pile 2? This is a timeless reading, so if you're not watching this transitioning into 2023, you are at a period in your life where you're learning a lesson, a big one at that, because that's what we're focusing on here. So spirit, show me what is the energy around on number 2s. What else is the energy around? Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be reading reversals for y'all, but let's see. We have here the 2 of Swords. Y'all have been stuck about what though? So you've been teetering. You've been like tiptoeing. You hold on. This is you. You see how I'm like well, I believe that's you. That's how your actions have been. That's where you're at right now. That's the energy vibration that you're giving me right now, number 2. 2 of Swords, number 2. That's why you picked number 2. Bro, let's keep going. Okay, 5 of Coins in reverse. Pile 1 had the same card. Don't mean you should look at pile 1. Let's see if that's the case. And this is something that you've been teetering on the line with doing. Like, you have history with this thing. Like, you know it's time for you to change it. And I don't know if this is a person, this is a job, this is a habit yet. I'll find out. But like, you know, like, you've been reviewing this situation for a minute. You've been putting it over and over in your mind, reliving the events. It might be a relationship. Because it's like, I'm hearing, should I stay or should I go? I don't even know that song. But I feel like I heard it maybe one day on a movie commercial. But that's what you are. Like, you're like, should I stay or should I go? I don't know. Like, okay, you holding on to this situation. So maybe it could be like a baby. Like, when I say a baby, not a physical baby, it's for some of you it could be a child. You know, it could be a decision. Maybe you're at a point in your life where you don't know if you want to keep this child or if you want to make a decision to get an abortion done. And by no means am I condoning either direction. This my opinion is irrelevant to your life, and that's how you gotta live. What we're saying is how to identify you and the energy around you. So that might be for some of you. You may be dealing with a pregnancy that you're not sure you want to see through. And it could also be for the others that I was feeling with the project. And I'm sorry if that was out of focus for a little bit. But it's a project. Like, it's like your little baby. Like, I've been working on this book forever. I've been working on this record forever. I've been working on this, like, crocheting or knitting this sweater, this blanket forever. I've been growing this plant forever. Oh my gosh, I've been collecting these forever. It's something that you are holding on near and dear to, but it might be something that is time to let go of. I'm feeling this is mental. We're looking at mental wellness right now. You may even have mental wellness concerns that you're ready to start addressing. Like you might have some undiagnosed. And don't feel no way, because honestly, mostly everybody does. We live in a world of trauma that doesn't promote healing, and it doesn't promote emotional and mental well-being. But it starts with people like me and people like you who come together in times like right now to understand ourselves. So don't feel offended. We're going to get more information on this. But for some of you, it is mental wellness. And it's time for you to look at it. You probably have even been considering going to a therapist, going to a counselor, going to a psychologist, going to a psychiatrist, which all of those things you have to be diagnosed for. Fun fact, I heard that psychiatrists are on, let's say, back order, where I don't know if this is relevant more in particular areas of the US over others, but it's a 6-month waiting period. So if this does apply to you, I encourage you to make your appointment sooner rather than later, Your mental health is just as important as your physical. Moving on. 8 of Coins. So yeah, this is something you've been working on in yourself for a while. You've been trying to cultivate this gift, or you've been trying to beat this thing. Could even be an addiction, a habit. Could be a sex habit or an addiction, like a person on the side, a relationship on the side. Somebody with some real good nana that you just can't walk away from. You've been teetering. You've been trying. But y'all got that good history. And it's hard to walk away from. But in order for you're sensing, is what I'm sensing. And I'm giving y'all different scenarios to identify if this might be you. But you're sensing that in order for me to level up to the person that I'm supposed to be, that I want to be, not supposed to be, because who are you supposed to be, but who you desire to be. And that desire is interfering with this thing that you're clenching to. Person or habit. Or your own self preventing you from getting care. Okay. And then the Tower card. I must say, before it was in reverse. So I feel that this is something that has recently happened. That is going to reframe. Yeah, this is a lot for a lot of you. This is mental health, mental wellness. A lot of you have been having a lot on your plate. You've been juggling and managing a lot. You've been trying to balance a lot. You from home to, and you've been thinking like, is something wrong with me? Should I talk to somebody? It's time. This is your confirmation. And I look at readings all day, and I don't know a lot of readers who pick up on this type of energy, but so I don't mean to be out of pocket or out of line or be all in your personal business like that. Like, you don't know me, because people get very offended by and defensive about their state of mental well-being. But I can assure you, you are not in this alone. So you're in a point where you're ready to, I feel like the energy around you is ready to start to clear out of your vessel. You're ready to clear things out. You're ready to put in the goodness, but you're trying to see where do I start? It's called shadow work. And you can work with a professional. You can even start with things like booking your reading with me. I do free 10-minute consultation calls. No purchase required. You don't even have to speak to me ever again. I don't care. And I mean that with all due love. I don't care. When I'm in a session with you, I give you all of me. But when we're done, we're done. Because I can't carry your cross and mine. I can't burden your bags and mine. But my burden, but one of my purposes in life is to be of service to y'all. So if you're someone who needs to talk to somebody, it's not in your budget to do it at a price, then go to my website. I'll put the links in the description and book a free 10-minute call. We're probably going to talk more than 10 minutes, but book a call. There's no purchase required. Like, and there's no gimmicks to that. However, if you have spiritual readers or maybe religious members that you trust with this, talk to them. If you're not ready yet to talk to a counselor or talk to a therapist. Now, I want to move on from this message, okay? And I want you to take that very seriously. And now let's look at a little bit more energy, and we're going to go into the advice, and then we're going to go into what that lesson is for you in this upcoming 2023 year, or whenever you're watching this big lesson. Then I'm going to show you who's going to help you with that lesson. So, Spirit, what's the other energy around? What's the other energy around my number 2s? What else is around right now surrounding my number 2s? Please show it to me. Please show it to me. What else is around my number 2s? For some of you, this heartbreak started when someone broke your heart. You feel that once they left you, they left with a piece of your heart, and you've not been the same since. It's probably why this Tower card was in reverse and this was in reverse. What you did, I'm going to talk to you right now on a spiritual level. You gave someone your power. But the beauty about it is you're going to learn how to take it back. Action. You see how you have the black horse and the white horse? One chasing the other. You've been chasing your tail with this person. 1 and 7 is 8. 8 is the infinity symbol. It's also a number of connectivity. Infinite connectivity. And for some of you, you may have felt that this was your divine match, your divine soulmate, your divine union. You should listen to some of the works by Florence Scovel Shinn. So that's going to be one of your homework assignments. Again, head over to my website. The links will be in the description. It is for free. And it's to help you with this, okay? But it's time for you to take the action. And what are the, you ever see it? Let me put it like this. I'm going to give it to you like this, and we're going to move into advice. You ever see a horse run backwards? No. I'm going to say it again. Have you ever seen a horse run backwards? Anybody? The gentleman in the back wearing the red? Yeah, you. Sir, have you seen a horse run backwards before? Probably fucking not. And the point of that is you're supposed to be moving forward. It is time for you to move on, baby girl. Baby boy, let me hold you close so that you can learn to let go and move on. This is going to make you bitter. This is relating to a relationship. This is relating to a lover. This is relating to a decision, again, about a pregnancy that could have been related to this lover. This is about you surrendering your power to somebody else. And that's why you're ready to get back on your 8 of coins shit and put your energy and put your stuff, refill your vessel, like the word I used before. And you've been indecisive about leaving this person in the past, but no more. You're ready now. That's why you have action here. You better listen to that Jamaican song, Action. I don't know what he say there, but insert the words if you know. Okay, I want to transition into what is the overall lesson, and then we're going to do, so I'm looking at the time, and we're just about at the end of our reading. So the overall lesson that you're going to be learning in 2023, and again, timelessly, if you're watching this outside of this year, which would be just wonderful if this has reached you outside of that time frame. How you doing in the future? Past me is doing great. I hope the future me is doing better. So what is the overarching lesson? Did you see how that just popped out there? Did you see it? All right. Bearing fruit. Let me divine on this. They're telling me there's more in here. What is the overarching lesson, Spirit? Yeah. Yeah, you're ready to plant deep roots. This mental illness for some of you, it's generational. You're like, maybe you have a family member that's close to you, maybe like a mom or a dad or something. For some of you, this is for those of you who you feel that it is weighing on your mental and emotional well-being. This is something that is a pattern that you're here to break in your ancestral. It's an ancestral curse. So ancestral curses, and to get this in with the time, ancestral curses, most of them are placed on ourselves. Like, you can have hexes and curses done, but this is not a curse. They're saying to say hex. This is an ancestral hex. So this is something that's relating to self-worth, self-value. They're saying to evaluate the relationships with your parents, or evaluate the relationships that you've witnessed growing up between your parents, and whoever was your guardianship, whoever acted as that. If it was an older sister, how did you see your older sister within her relationships, or just whatever it is, They're saying for you need to look at that, because you're going to bear new fruit with this level up. And this is new fruits of knowledge. It makes sense with 2023 being lessons. So you are going to be gaining new fruits of knowledge. I want to get some more cards before I flip this one out. Spirit, what else is the overall kind of theme and goal that my pile number 2 should be setting? Overall theme and goal. All right, we got one. Let's get another one. Overall theme and goal. All right, y'all got the one card that's just like the Earth Magic. You definitely have some grounding work that you need to do because of the amount of emotional energy that's been built up in you. Your spirit is saying that you need to send it into the earth. So a long time ago, I was watching a Iyanla Vanzant, and this was a long time ago before she became like really, really popular. And she had told this woman who was going through so much emotional turmoil at the moment. She had just found out something. She was in so much distress that she was shaking. And Iyanla told her to lay down on the ground. Like, just lay herself down on the ground. And because the earth has electromagnetic waves, I have a short post that I've written about that. That's going to help you with grounding and earthing. Because those electromagnetic waves that come in from the earth, it exchanges through the electricity in our body. And Spirit is asking you to send it on down, because that's going to help you to sprout the strong roots that you need to grow. You're going to grow stronger, they're saying, from this. You're growing stronger next year. So you're learning how to move past this trauma. Some of you may be Cancers or Taurus, Capricorns, Pisces, and Aquarius. People who can't, and if you're not any of those things, then you're not. But we are all of those things. It's just, how is it placed in your chart? It's dominancy. So don't even trip. And even Aries, it's y'all who are holding on to things y'all haven't let go for a while. And this is the year you're going to do that, so you can plant new seeds. Some more advice, elders, move beyond. And didn't we just say it was move beyond ancestral patterns? We just said that this is breaking ancestral curses. So yes, you're moving beyond that pattern. You're being guided to do it. Like, you're not doing it yet. I'm going to be honest with you. You ain't doing it yet. But you're considering it, and that is enough to start. And this should be confirmation. Like, when you're done with this video, don't just be like, all right, I had a reading, or let me go to the next video. Like, no, take a moment and really think about this shit, bro. This is your life. This is your life. This is your life. This ain't my life. It's yours. Who is going to handle it and manage it better than you? You have to, because it's your fucking life. High Priest, you're probably moving right now in your divine masculine a lot, not allowing yourself to connect with your divine feminine, which is going to allow you to release. But as the high priest, you are able to transition from this focused kind of, I'm going to distract myself from this. Maybe that's why you've been teetering on making this decision of getting whatever help. And you're going to move away from that. Hold on, let me read this with the lady. Yeah, and the bearing fruit. It's like they're saying to stay focused on yourself. With the number 1 coming here, and then with this staff that's in front of him with the Anubis head, it's like you need to stay focused on yourself and your own emotional well-being. And that's when maybe you've been very selfless and have given yourself to others a lot. I'm just going to get some more cards because we're at the end of our time. But you need to start focusing more on yourself, and you're going to be doing that. Let's take this one. And you've been giving yourself too much to this situation and this person. You might even have a family with them, or I don't know, there's some deep ties with them, but it's like, look, let go of the issue just came over. Let go of the issue. You also had study, read, and research more. Spirit, can you explain study, read, and research more? Oh, yes. They're telling me your emotional intelligence. That's the point I was going to make before. So you have a call to learn about your emotional intelligence, or the topic of emotional intelligence, and starting with self-awareness. You need to have more increased or heightened self-awareness to understand how you feel, so that way you can identify any time that this issue is coming up, to identify those emotional patterns. It's almost like you can give yourself emotional PTSD with this situation, because you are being encouraged to definitely let go of the issue. Let's get some more. And yes, your homework is one of them, is to research on the topic of emotional intelligence. Better planning is required, and get away for a bit. So I feel like with those messages and this advice, maybe a retreat is due for you. Maybe you just need to get out of the cycle of the day-to-day. For those of you, if it's not a relationship, it's just your household structure. Like, oh my God, it's just every day I feel like overwhelmed. Like, I'm feeling really overwhelmed for some of y'all. I'm feeling really overwhelmed. But it's because you're not planning, you're not managing your assets, but it's because you're so overwhelmed. But you're not managing things. Like, you're not doing meal prep. You're not washing clothes on a weekend and folding shit and just picking out the outfits throughout the week for the kids. Or if you don't have kids, like, you're not doing those things. So better planning on your behalf is required. And you know this because you've been thinking about it. You've been reflecting on it. You know this. You've been trying to do it. It could just be planning better for some of you, but you know that. So let's see, lastly, which goddess is coming through to help us and to help you, number 2, with this energy. Some of you are beautiful ass Caucasian women with some long ass hair that's like auburn brown, like bad as hell. Go ahead, sis. Thank you for being here. I love when we're able to color outside of the lines of, our own communities. Appreciate your presence. I feel you on the right side of me right now, giving me a rub on my right shoulder. So thank you. Let's see. I have another goddess coming through to help y'all through this. Told you. So you have Mother Mary. Expect a miracle, baby. Yes, have faith that your prayers have been heard and that they are being answered. Before in my channel, I felt like I had to reach out and hold a man, hold a son, in particular a male. You men ain't been loved on right, many of you, and that's no shade to the women. It's because we ain't been loved on right, and hurt people who hurt people who hurt people who hurt people. So I just felt the need to hold you, embrace you, and tell you it's going to be okay. Like, if this person who hurt you, for my men, or those who identify as, this person could have even been a father figure who you felt walked out your life a long time ago, and like, or just did some grimy shit that hurt you, and you're like, yo, I think I need therapy on this. Like, I think this shit cut me deeper than I can't ignore this no more. But if you've been praying on finding a therapist, like you don't know the first thing about how to pay for one, find one, or how to pay for any type of help, I don't want to focus on just therapy, okay? But that's the theme of this. The theme of number 1 was money, law. This one is your mental well-being and taking your emotional intelligence to the next level. But yeah, some of y'all just needed a hug. And I feel like you're getting a hug through a miracle. Like, if some of you are like, it's going to take a miracle for me to get over this shit. And guess what? This is your confirmation right now that miracle is on its way. Check the camera. Okay. Yeah, remember I said y'all need to release this, and there's a lot of emotional energy built up. So Sulis is, I believe she's a river or flowing water, kind of like Oshun, but in one of the European pantheons. I don't want to misspeak on which one specifically. I'll put it on the screen. But spend time near water, such as a lake, a river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. Didn't we say your ass needed to get away? Sometimes I want to get away. That's what you need. You need to get away. You need to get away by nature. I feel like some of y'all need to go to Delaware. Who's even the hell near Delaware? If you're near Delaware, you definitely should like try to find a nice little cabin by some water. But wherever you are in the world, in the US and the world, shout out to you if you are in the US, and a bigger shout out to you if you not in the US, because like, whoa, hey. What's the weather like over by you? Tell me in the comments, please. I would love to know. And what's like the local dish where you're at? Like, if I went to visit you, what's the number 1 thing I should eat? Okay, focusing, no. But closing this out, I'm serious. Let me know. Like, what should I eat if I come to your town? And don't say, eat me. I'll cry, you know? It'll be really rude. No, it wouldn't. It would actually make me laugh. But yeah, y'all, closing you out, number 2, you might be a little silly like me. And maybe you needed that laugh. Hopefully you laughed at the end of this, because you might need a little pick-me-up, kiddo. So I'm here. Just, grab on my arm. There you go. That's me lifting you up out of your slump. And I want you to plan definitely a little trip for yourself, even if it's for one night. Go somewhere where you have a lot of moving water. That water is going to help you to move all of this emotional baggage through. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, y'all good from here, and reach out for sure if you have a need for support when managing this. Everything is love. All right, pile number 3. Y'all are a very special group, because let me tell you, I had to shoot y'all whole video over. Let me move the mic closer. Let me say that again. I said I had to shoot your whole video over, but it's all good. Everything for a reason, right? So let's go ahead and do this. First and foremost, I want to check in, because if you picked bottle number 3, first off, Happy New Year. Let's set your SMART goal. I'm all excited about this because I've been really seeing some beautiful SMART goals, or just beautiful energy come through. It's like really deep work, but 2023 is the year all about lessons, spiritual lessons, and spiritual blessings. So let's tune in and see first if this is your pile by checking the energy that's currently around you that will need to be shifted. All right, so this is not just like your dominant energy around you. This is the energy around you that will need to be shifted in the year of 2023, which is where we're going to be setting up your SMART goal around. Okay, so sit back, relax. Let's see what the current energy is right now. See this coming through. Let's move that out the way. I want to reset this because I'm feeling like it's getting the energy. Spirit, clear this deck from the past readings. This one as well. And clear all of these decks from the past readings so that my messages come through for pile number 3 nice and clear. Ashe. All right, let's do this again, y'all. And look, patience. So as I open that up, there's something that y'all need to be patient about. There's definitely, I guess right now I need to, the same way I had to reshoot this video and I had to redo, it's a lot of redoing. So some of you may have to redo something. Maybe it's like redoing your finances, maybe it's like a contract. I'm feeling like it's a contract, something that you have to redo and you'll have to look over. Or maybe if you're looking over it with patience and taking your time before signing that contract, whether it's a mortgage, if you're relocating or something, you will avoid unnecessary mistakes, obviously. So let's see what's the energy around you. Let's try this again. Pile number 3, bottle number 3. 2023, what's the energy around them that needs to be shifted? Didn't we say you were moving? So yeah, with this journey card, some of you are either moving overseas, you're thinking about moving overseas. You might even be one of those people that want to move overseas and start like an overseas visual podcast. I don't know what they call those things, but you know what I'm saying. But you're really thinking about relocating. It could even be as simple as just moving from one apartment unit to the next. Somebody got some crazy bass outside right now. I'm in New York. Somebody got some crazy bass. So that's confirming for me that there's a vehicle. There's definitely a move happening. So right now I'm seeing that the energy around you is about relocating. But again, it could be symbolic. It could be relocation from a company, from one company to another, one field of work to another field of work, or it could also be symbolic from working in a company, but going from one department to another department. But let's continue to see, because I'm really feeling like this is about many of you. Yeah, look at that, as we were talking about company and money. So you have here the door to value. So yep, this is definitely something you're going to have to save up your little coins for. And I don't want to say little coins, but you're going to have to save up your money for it. With the 3 and 1 at the top, that's number 4 together. There's stability. There's definitely some stability and foundation that you have to build before you can get there. And you're halfway there with the number 2 being here. So you're just starting that journey at the end of the year. This is a timeless message, by the way. So if you're watching this at the end of 2022, perfect. If you're not, even better, because that goes to show that this message is even more for you, that it made it to you outside of that indicated or projected time frame initially. So to the future yous who are watching this, hello and welcome. This message is telling you that right now, where you are halfway. You're at a halfway point. Okay, you're just starting your journey. You're just realizing that you're ready to pack up and leave. It's kind of like the scene in Harry Potter when they realize that there's no going back home and they have to, Harry and his 2 friends, forgive me if I don't remember the names. I love the movies, but I'm not like one of those fans that knows every detail. Anyway, when him and his 2 besties, right, when they have to leave everybody else and they're like, no, we gotta go and we gotta do this on our own. Those of you who are Harry Potter fans or watchers, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, let's get one more energy card from this deck and we'll move on. But definitely relocating, and it could be saving your money to relocate, saving your money for this relocation, or relocation in a company that's going to give you, it's definitely a company. It could be company for some of you, like relocating businesses or within a business, but this is about moving. Some of you want to move, and this is a big move. Okay, it's a big fucking move. You're moving across the world. Look, even financial constraints. So right now, and look, 1 and 3 with 4, but in reverse. So you're not there yet financially right now. That's how you can confirm that this energy is really for you. And if not, maybe check out a different pile or check out a different video or check out a different reader, because everybody and their mother does 2023 New Year readings. So I like to say, go with a bunch of people and just compare and contrast what aligns. Don't just stick with one person. So Spirit, can we get some more energy around what type of SMART goal that this person needs to be setting? Yeah, I can see that. What type of SMART goal should we be setting? What is the energy around what we're leaving to set for the new year? You have here in perfect harmony, awakening the genius, or awakening genius and the power of purpose. When I look at all of these together, first I notice how awakening the genius, that is making me feel like you are awakening a new, there's like a new self-discovery. It's like, I never thought I'd want to live in blah, blah, blah. Or I never thought I'd consider myself, or there's something that's new that you've never considered that you wanted, and you're ready to start doing that right now. And it's kind of, I'm seeing that's connected to your purpose. Yeah, this is connected to your purpose. And with 2023, and again, if you're watching this in whatever time span, but with those who are watching this in 2023, it's an inner calling. It's like a divine calling. It's a weird reference, but I'm going to use it. It's like the Pied Piper, and when he plays his flute, how the mice just come. It's really children in the real tale. It's really children that he's luring. Okay. Some dark shit. Hence why your man's was called This Is the Pied Piper. So those of you who know. But it's like on a higher, cleaner, divine lover type of level. It's spirit playing its saxophone, playing its flute, so that way you can kind of, you see how these music notes are like drifting and there are flower petals. It's so that way you can drift into this new journey, because it's connected to your purpose. It's taking you into, like, some of you want a luxurious world. Like, some of you want luxury. You want designer name brands. Some of you really want that type of life, or some of you just want to travel a lot, or there's something about, maybe it's a luxury apartment for some of you as well. But there's definitely a call to restructure your finances, and you're halfway there right now. And that restructuring, reframing, looking at your finances. So you're going to definitely probably need to set some smart goals around money management, and getting enough money to get to your big dream goal, because you're looking at the dream goal right there. And like with these two, like, she just packed up and now she's on the road. She's on the road to it. Okay. Let's do this. Let's start to see specifically what that goal is that spirit wants you to set with the tarot. And let's see. I think I'll look at one more deck for this one, but let's start here. So now we're going to look at what, again, is the actual SMART goal. Like, what is that big goal? That big goal. I'm calling them SMART goals, but what is that big goal that you need to set in 2023? Yep, I told you. King of Coins. So in order for you to get to that lifestyle, whether it's a new city, a new place, a new whatever, in order for you to get to that place where you're feeling that opulent life, that, like, that flow of like, oh, I made it, like whatever it is for you, because everybody's it looks different. You're definitely going to have to get on your King of Coins, because both of these were in reverse. So I'm unblocking, or I'm reversing this energy for you. Oh, getting a tickle on my nose too. So I'm feeling like, again, with this halfway journey, you're not there yet. And if you have a lot of, like, let's say you have the money and you're just like, ugh, I don't have the time to buckle down and do the calculations to figure out what can be afforded here. Whatever it is that you have to do, this is around your money. So you are going to be setting some big goals around your money. I have a new deck here, and don't tell nobody. Don't be mad at me either, because it's, days later. But I have here like some spiritual guidance that I made on like a personal little deck, because all the tarot readers are doing it, so I had to join the fucking fun and shit. Let me tell you, these are some of the most intuitively scary. Like, honestly, even those of you who don't read tarot, just take a few cards out, right? I'll take the top one, Spirit. Take a few cards out, or like just whatever you got, index or whatever, and just start writing down. Maybe that's what you need to do. Write down your finances. Start writing down your expenses. But anyhow, just write down like a few messages randomly. And then like if you need advice one day, just shuffle that. Like you can put just simple stuff like yes, no, maybe, wait, hell no, hell yes. All right, let's keep going. Because I'm rambling. But I feel like I'm talking to somebody out there and I'm having fun with you and shit. All right, so poetic dreams and dragons. Ooh. I'm going to open up dragons because I don't quite understand why yet that's connected here. But Spirit will open it up and let me know. Look at this. Didn't we say going into this requires your patience? This is something that you are going to definitely have to work towards for a long time. And I'm getting some messages here telling me that some of you may be air signs. So, you know the air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And you air signs, everybody is an air sign first and foremost. You have air placements somewhere in your chart, somewhere. But dominant placements for air. And you're being asked to look at nature. Or look at the clouds. So I feel like you need to be outdoors in a park. If it's too cold for you to be outdoors in a park, because you're an air sign, or you are air minded, meaning like your mind is very busy. And even if you're not an air sign, your mind might just be very, very busy, or you don't have dominant air placements. You need to do something that is going to ground that energy, ground all of that movement, so that way you can kind of think through the process. Maybe that's why the dragon force is coming in for you, because holding the card gave me everything. Great Spirit, you are absolutely divine. Let me put this on the record. Let me give a shout out to Spirit. I want to give a shout out to Spirit. Yo, you need to hold hematite, because hematite is a grounding, or one of the most grounding stones. You don't have to work with it every day, because I feel like sometimes when I work with hematite, it makes me too heavy, and it also kind of dims my sexual nature, my sexual energy. I don't know why. That's how it works with me. Some people may have different reactions. However, working with hematite, and the reason why dragons is related to hematite is because I read in I think it's Cunningham's elemental or element book of crystal stones and elemental crystals and stones. I think it's Cunningham. I will add the link of the name of the book in the description. But it that book or another book, all right? But I read in a book, I think it's that one, that it states that dragon's blood, when it was sliced from, like when dragons were slaughtered, like, during those mythology times, that the blood seeped into the earth, and that hematite, as well as another type of metal, but hematite is leftover blood of dragon. All right. So with that said, using hematite crystal is going to help you make your dreams, or make those, I said dreams because with prophetic dreams here, it's like before when I was telling you that this is something that gotten awakened in you, and that you are literally being like called, like the Pied Piper, but within the positive aspect. Okay, you're being called to, it's with the 11 here too, and 9, 10, 11. I didn't even notice that. It's like 11 here, then 11 there. All right, it's a gateway that you're being called to step through. And with the 9 on this card, one life is ending, one lifestyle is ending, so you can walk through the gateway into this lifestyle. And it's divine. It's a prophetic dream. It's not like you're having prophetic dreams. Maybe you are, but it's in the waking form. It's you are actively wanting this thing because it's in you to want it. Spirit put this in you to want it. It's a part of your purpose. I promise you, if you do this relocation, if you do this move, or if you do this major transition, it's not just about money and the lifestyle that you're going to want. It's going to bring you closer to a divine purpose. Like, you don't know what that purpose is yet. It's not being revealed to you yet because it's not supposed to be revealed to you yet. But it's definitely going to bring you to your divine purpose. Let me get some last minute messages. I feel like I want to make this longer, but I feel like we kind of got right to it. So, Spirit, what are some more messages and advice that we have here for bottle number 3? And bottle number 3's smart goals. Let's take this top card. Bottle number 3 is smart goals. There we go. 2023. With reconsider, I really feel like that is reconsider your choices right now that you're making. If you are maybe investing in some, or when I say investing, I don't mean like in the financial investment way. It could be that for some of you, but it's what investing is not just finances. It's your time, and the biggest investment that you can make is the one that requires your energy. So whatever you are investing your energy towards right now, you are being asked to reconsider it. Okay? And I'm looking now here because I didn't talk before about the archangels, how the archangels are here. So you have angelic archangels working around you right now to help you with this, because I told you it's related to your big divine purpose. Like, this thing is big, bro. It's big, because even with the 4s all around, you know, the 4 represents the archangels, and you have 4 here. You have half of 4. Like, we were doing the math before. I don't want to keep going back and doing the math. Yo, bro, I'm lying. I do want to go back and do the math. Even 2 and 9 is 11 again, right? So that's 11, 11, 11. And with all those 11s, 11, 11, 11, 11, like, add that up on 1, 1, 1 is 4. I'm talking mad fast. That sound like one of those people. And we're going to go for the horse, and then we're going to sell the horse. And then, you know, like the people who be doing I ain't do it right. Like what's they called? You know, the people that be doing the shit. Maybe that's what y'all mind be like. Just talking about one thing, losing your train of thought, talking about another thing, losing your train of thought. You might be everywhere and scattered, but I'm talking about the auctioneers. Thank you. The auctioneers. But you can imagine maybe what I'm saying. Maybe you can't. It's all right. But look for a sign, because there is definitely a sign that's coming in. It says, Spirit says here that there's something better. Yeah, there's a better lifestyle coming. Yes, there is. I'm telling you, bro, I feel it. Like, and you probably are getting synchronicities like a motherfucker right now. Like, and your synchronicities are probably the numbers 11, 11. Yo, if you're seeing 11, 11 right now, I'm telling you, in all of my toes that are twinkling right now, and it's little crocs under this table that's been cloaked with my turquoise tablecloth and crystals, you are definitely going to be getting a better lifestyle in 2023. Like, 2022 closed out, or wherever you were at, don't matter the year, that this point right now where you're at closed out a period where it's like, where you might have just left some financial hardships, because we were looking at the financial constraints before, right? Was that at the bottom of the deck? Yeah, we were looking at the financial constraints before. So, and the fact that it's at the bottom of the deck, it's like, okay, that's behind us. Now, the journey ahead is going to look like, and if you follow that path, because you have the choice not to, and you know what I'm saying? If you follow that path, and what I was saying before, because I lost track of thought here, because I just got a message when I touched that card. Excuse me. My voice is getting a little dry. Let me sip. Hold on. What I'm feeling like, yeah, some of the ways that you can manifest my air guardians, this air guardian, is by speaking. Like, you have to start professing, especially we are in the age of enlightenment with the Aquarius age. You have to speak your mantras. So it's like, if it's you want a house that costs $1 million, you have to start saying, I have the financial abundance to afford a house that costs me $1 million. I have the financial abundance to afford a house that costs $1 million. Like, you have to do that. You have to start speaking those things, and spending time in a park, an open air park or nature. Those of you who can't get to a park, you should be doing, let me get advice on that. Oh, I split the deck right in half and I have this one at the bottom. Ooh, so some of you are water signs as well, and it was this one. So some of you are water signs as well with this water elemental. So those are, oh, there's two here. So Uriel's light and guidance. So right now you are definitely being protected or guided by Archangel Uriel. Those of you who cannot get outside to a park, maybe you just don't have the means to, maybe you're too young, or you're not in a state where you can, in a healthily way, make it there. You're not in a state in the US where you can get to a park, or you just not know where a park is at. I don't know. You can't get to a park. You can use water. They're showing me an image of you watching water, like literally pulling up on a screen and just watching water, a waterfall. And maybe like a slow waterfall, or just watching a screensaver of a waterfall. I don't know. Back in the day, they used to have those little paintings or portraits that you plug in and it lights up. Everybody used to have them in their house, like in the 80s and 90s, especially the 90s. And it lights up and it was like water. I don't know, like water moving in the background. So you are being called to look at moving water. It's weird, but what it does, it will activate in your vibration the art or the process of moving your thoughts along. It's like you need to push your thoughts through and move your thoughts along. The last thing that I had here outside of Uriel's light and guidance is that you're being protected. So this transition, this move, if you're nervous about it, you are in fact being protected with it. So let's summarize what we learned here. We learned that you are going to be setting a goal around your finances that is specific to that big move, whether it's a move in a company, a move in a career from one to another, an actual, what I think for most of you is a move from in a literal relocation. Like literal relocation. So you are being advised to do that, but to start with looking at your financial plan to get there. Okay. So that is going to be your big fat goal for 2023. You are on your way there. Your Ace of Cups is coming. Okay. You just got to get on your King of Pentacles shit. You got to, get on your accountant shit and start looking at your finances. Some of you may even want to work with like a, I'm hearing like a financial analyst, a financial advisor, a financial planner, or just hiring somebody outside of just yourself doing it that can help you manage and balance your finances. So that is what I have for you. If you like the reading, you know what to do. By all means, if you're interested in working with me, follow the links in the description below. From that, you will find everything that you need to get connected with me. All the best in 2023. I wish I could be there when I see you collect in on this big ass goal that you are manifesting. But until then, right now, and then we're going to pop bottles and celebrate, because this is excellent for you. All the best.